Okay, we are now live.
Hi.
Good evening, people, or good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Welcome to Critical Beauty Group Chat. Tonight, I have the pleasure of inviting three pageant connoisseurs, aka pageant experts, who will share their opinions about the delegates from the Americas and the Caribbean for 2020 Miss Universe competition. So, I would like to introduce the first guest, Hector Joaquin Colon Gonzalez, or everybody knows him as Hector Joaquin. Say hello, Hector.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Rafa. Hi, Peter. Hi, Phil. Hi, all the fans. You know who I am. I'm Hector Joaquin. I'm just a pageant lover, a pageant enthusiast, and I'm a journalist also. And I'm so happy, very glad to be part of this chat. Let's see what happened with the candidates from Latinoamérica. Vamos a ver qué va a pasar con las candidatas de América del Norte y el Caribe.
That's so sexy.
Control yourself, boy.
Yes, baby.
Our second guest is Phil Pugeda. Did I pronounce your name? Your family?
Yes, you did.
Pugeda. Okay.
You're one of those who did not murder my last name.
Phil, would you like to say hello to everybody?
Sure. Hi, I'm Phil Pujeda. I'm from Mississology, correspondent for Miss Universe 2015, right when Pia Works Back won, and 2019 last year in Atlanta. So I'm more than happy to be part of this because, as a correspondent, like we already know like what happens on pageants, So get ready to get ready for the smackdown of this beauty fest.
Smackdown.
And last but not least, our third guest is Peter Sereno. Peter, say hello to everybody.
Hello, everybody. It's so good to be here. My name's Peter Sereno. If you don't know me, there is a thing called Google. My name is Petersereno. So feel free to Google me. I am a semi-retired coach. I am a lifetime pageant commentator, and I am here from down under offering an irreverent take on our contestants for Miss Universe this year.
Fabulous. Okay.
And that's
Well, you know what? You're missing one important information. I think Peter is
Yes.
being humble. For those of you who do not know, Peter Sereno actually coached Miss Universe 2004 Jennifer Hawkins from Australia. Right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
She's a pageant coach. She's the winning pageant coach.
Yeah, but she has gotten so big right now that she totally does not want to do anything anymore with pageants. So
I don't know her.
Basically, what you're saying is that Peter who? I don't know him.
Like,
All the beauty queens are the same.
Look, I wish her the best. She's living her best life, her $1 million life, and I'm here broke AF down in Tasmania. But look, who's counting? Don't know her.
Oh, let's not forget her gorgeous hunk of a boyfriend, or
Ooh la la.
Are they married? I think Jake.
They're married. They're married and they have a baby. Good for them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Jake Hall, whatever his name is.
Okay, next.
Next.
Okay, as you know, Miss Universe 2020 pageant will presumably take place in the United States on May 16th. That is according to the email that the Miss Universe organization had sent to all the national directors. And however, nobody knows the exact venue. So I'm guessing it's going to be in Miami. Hector,
I'm guessing Vegas.
Vegas?
I'm guessing Vegas. They're reopening next month or Monday.
Right. Okay.
Peter, what do you think? Las Vegas, Miami, elsewhere?
Mar-a-Lago?
You know what?
Oh.
Yeah, why not? Hey,
Ooh, she dropped the ball
Mar-a-Lago.
already.
Oh, God.
But I'm pretty sure it's going to be in Miami. That's where the wind seems to be heading that direction. It's in Miami. But you know
You
what?
think so?
It's a great town. You know, Hector, remember you and I went to
Yes.
Miami Doral back
When Colombia won,
when Colombia
we
won.
were in Miami. It's nice. It's everything is accessible. Everything is very, very easy. And somebody told me, one of the national director I was talking yesterday, he told me, oh, his man, that it's a 99% is going to be Miami.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's more easy. It's more easy for the contestant. It's more easy for the organization.
Okay, yep.
Well, let's see what happens. Let's
Okay.
see.
Yeah. I mean, they all have all the resources.
Logistic wise.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a beautiful city. I mean, Miss Universe was held there before, many times, like in Miami.
10 years, yeah.
Yeah, many, many years ago. And it has, it's very cosmopolitan. And and it's good for the economy, So anyway, this year seems to be a very highly competitive batch of girls because some of these girls won their national titles. Some of them have been appointed, and some of them usually were the first one up back in 2019, but because of the pandemic, they did not have a national pageant. So the national director awarded the national title to the first runner-up, and which is fine. But I think what people do not understand is that the pandemic has really caused a lot of problems and situation. I mean, and we're still sort of like trying to adjust to this new normal, as they call it. And I think so far the pageant industry has been doing a great job as far as being able to, present the show, regardless whether or not there's only 2 or 3 people watching, or maybe there are more camera or production crew compared to just audience. But it hasn't stopped us pageant fans. It hasn't stopped the pageant industry to do what they have to do. Now, so let me see. Tonight, tomorrow, wherever you are, we are going to give our critical opinion of each of the delegate from the Americas and the Caribbean. That group in itself is very, very competitive. There's a lot of fierce girls.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
after we've finished giving our opinions on each country, on each contestant, at the end of the show, we will reveal our top 5, each person. Okay. So if you're watching, guys, stay tuned until the very end. You don't want to miss this. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let me see. Let's start with Argentina. Miss Argentina, her name is Alina Akselrad. She's 22. Okay. So by the way, I have asked my guests tonight to check out the social media accounts of all the contestants, especially Instagram, because it seems like Instagram is the way to go these days. And not only that, because that social media is the preferred medium platform of most of the contestants. They can easily upload photos, glam shots, photos of them wearing casual clothing, videos of them speaking, learning how to walk, etc. So, and also it's just click of a finger. You can just like swipe, and there you go. It's easy. Of course, I think there's like 1 or 2 contestants who do not have Instagram, or at least they're not very active in social media. But you know what? That shouldn't be a problem. It's up to us. It's our job basically to research other platforms such as YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter. Anybody still use Twitter?
I do.
You do?
Yeah, me too. Yes.
I don't have Twitter. I don't.
Kind of.
Sort of.
Sort of. Okay, a bit of history, a little background about Miss Argentina. She was actually handpicked by beauty queen maker Osmel Souza, and Osmel has held the Argentine franchise, I think, for 2 consecutive years.
Yep.
I think he used to have Uruguay, but I think he dropped Uruguay. Uruguay has a new national director this year. But anyway, he handles Argentina. So Miss Argentina, okay, I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna give you my first impression.
Okay.
I think she strikes me as somebody who's like very sweet. She's kind of cute. She's like the girl next door. I mean, she's 22. Okay, something about her voice that is so appealing. Is very charming, and it's also very warm. And her social media is like very, very prolific. I think she churns in like videos and posts like every 2 hours. I mean, it's just constant uploading of new images, new postings and whatnot. And I like her Instagram account is because she references a lot of Argentine culture. And I don't know if you guys noticed that, but there's a lot of references to Argentine culture. And I think that's one of the things that Miss Universe organization is emphasizing ever since Catriona Gray back in 2018 incorporated a lot of Philippine influence and Philippine culture in her dresses, in her gowns, in the way she walked, etc. So I think all these contestants are sort of like doing the same thing, following Catriona's path. So that's one thing I like about Argentina. I noticed too, well, if we're talking about sob stories, her SOB story is that she was bullied when she was in elementary school because she was overweight. Okay, but who hasn't been bullied?
Me
Right?
too.
Yeah, everybody's
Everybody has been bullied for something.
Whatever. I'm sorry about it.
I mean, who hasn't been bullied? She was crowned.
Yeah.
She was crowned Miss Sudamerica in 2017, and also Miss Tourism Ambassador America 2018. So she's sort of like a pageant veteran of some sort for 22. She knows a lot of
shows
already. Yeah, but to me, she's your typical like blonde Argentine, young girl, very sprightly. I mean, she has a nice catwalk. She has a decent body, but I think I would want to see her project herself on stage. So I can't wait to see her actually in person. So those are my first impressions of Miss Argentina.
Okay.
Who agrees with me?
Cool. Okay.
Who doesn't agree with me will get expelled from my kingdom. Okay, let's go with Phil. Phil, what do you think?
Well, one thing when I was browsing her Instagram, one thing I noticed about her is she has a very beautiful eyes. Like, it really caught my attention. And you're right, Rafa, like she seems like a very sweet girl, and I cannot wait to meet her if I get the opportunity to do the press media junkie, because that's where we see the personalities of the girls.
The real beauty.
We would know who's the diva, who's the angels, who's the warm personalities, and she starts off like really, she's giving me warm personality vibe, and I cannot really wait to meet her. That's just my opinion about her.
Okay.
And how about you?
That's good. Hector, what do you think?
Well, for me, it's my opinion, she's too much pageant patty, I know that she's trained by Osmel, and we know that Osmel is the best of the best. I'm sure that we are going to see a different girl she just arrived in Miami or whatever the place is going to be Miss Universe. I think Osmel is used right now some pageant Paris image, but I'm sure as soon as she arrives in Miami, I have this feeling that she's going to be like this very Amelia Vega. But like for me, she's beautiful. She's charming. Sometimes she's a very annoying for me, her voice or something like that.
Yeah.
But she is like an angel. She's like a beautiful Argentinian angel. Let's see what happened. That's it.
Thank you. Peter, what do you think?
I love the fact that Hector and I almost have identical views on Argentina. And mind you, Argentina has been sending such strong delegates in the last, 5 years or so?
Yes.
Now, having a look at her, my first impression was she's got such strong photos. Her social media is very strong. She actually reminds me of a former Miss Supranational Australia, Silka Kurzak. We sent her off in 2016, and there's some angles that remind me very much of Silka, and I have such a warm feeling towards the Argentinians. My sister-in-law is from Argentina. Now, I do love her until I started looking more into her YouTube stuff and all of that. And Hector, you're absolutely correct. She comes across as quite pageant patty, and pageant patty leaves me very cold. Yes, she's been trained by the Osmel. Osmel is the best of the best, and I will say this with no shade, the best of the best for his time. I think he was very good for his era. I believe that pageants are evolving. And I don't believe that Osmel's camp and his academy is evolving with the times. So I think it's perfect and great for certain pageants, but I think for something like Miss Universe, who is now owned by a gym who's looking for something a little bit different, I think they're going to struggle. I'm hoping that Argentina comes in and surprises me. Like I said, nothing pleases me more than being proven wrong. She gave me very good first impressions. The more I saw about her, the more I felt cold towards her. But let's see. I wish her luck.
I'm agreeing.
Yeah, Peter, it's interesting you mentioned that because, I mean, as we all know, usually Osmel, whatever he touches turns into gold. But the Miss Argentina contestant from 2019, she was stunning. She was gorgeous.
Very, very
Wasn't she,
stunning.
Phil? She was amazing,
She
and I
was.
thought she was gonna make the cut. And to my surprise, she
Correct.
didn't. And I said to myself,
Correct.
whatever happened to Osmel? Has he lost his touch? So hopefully, Alina Akselrad this year will change all that and bring Argentina back on the pageant map.
Yeah, I have the highest of respect for Osmel. He will always be up there in terms of mentors and idols. But like everything else, we need to evolve. And I don't believe that his program has evolved to catch up with what is happening with industry right now.
Right. Yeah.
Yes, because she looks beautiful, she looks amazing, she looks perfect. But I'm agree what Peter says, when we saw something from Smell in the last year, we saw the same photo, the same look, the same hair, the same makeup, the same clothes. I think it's time to go for a new look, a new vision, But I'm agree what Peter says about Osmel. I respect Osmel. I love him. Right now, Osmel is going to be on MasterChef Latin America.
I saw that.
Yes. We need to see Osmel cooking. And Osmel, we love you no matter what. You are our star.
Oh
Yes.
I mean, he's also very funny. Have you guys seen his Instagram posts and videos? He's hilarious.
Yes.
He's hilarious. Okay, so if we were to score Miss Argentina from a scale of 1 to 10, Hector, from 1 to 10, rate her. Now. Come on, what? Come on.
Okay, who's first? Me or Hector? Who wants to go first?
Okay, Peter, go.
8.
8.
All right. I think for Miss Universe, I would probably score Argentina a 5. But if you send her to Miss Earth, she would be an 11.
Good point. Good point.
I'm gonna go second. I would give her 7.5, but if she would go out of that pageant patty mold, because I think the reason why she's coming off as pageant patty is because she's a pageant veteran. But if she would get out of that mold, I would give her an 8.5 to 9.
Yes.
Because she's the thing,
Okay.
Yeah. I would give her right now a 7.5. There's always plenty of room for improvement. I still have to see her in her sort of like sexy, sensual, vavavoom kind of like, image. And I'm looking forward to see more of her actually in that particular look. Universe. Okay, well, thank you, guests, wonderful guests. A note to people who are watching this chat show tonight. These are all strictly our opinions, okay? Our opinions have absolutely zero bearing on the judge's decision on Miss Universe night, okay? So even our comments sometimes could come off kind of like very highly opinionated, kind of like very offensive sometimes. But you know what? Hey, it's our right to be offensive sometimes. Okay, if you don't like it, log off, move on.
Go home.
Ooh. Are you pulling
You
an
don't like
Alina
it?
Brown?
What? Well, you know, people are so like, you know, thin skins these days. I mean, you got to have thick skin to be a
Yeah, that's true.
you know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Moving on.
Moving on.
Miss Universe Aruba. Okay, this is the information that I have of the notes that I have from Miss Universe Aruba. Her name is Helen Hernandez. She's 20, making her the youngest contestant this year.
Wow.
And
Wow.
speaking of age, by the way, Miss Universe, the majority of Miss Universe contestants in the last 2 or 3 years, their average age somehow seemed to be like 23, 24. They're all college educated. They have professional jobs. You know, they're working. They're staying away from that kind of like younger, like even like late 19, 18 kind of thing. They seem to prefer like mature young women these days, which is good. But my main problem was that how can an 18-year-old young lady compete, let's say, with a 28-year-old woman as far as life experience and education is concerned? You know, I mean, you know what I mean? So I don't know, it's just me. I don't think it's fair, but anyway. So anyway, Helen, I don't know if she speaks English. I've seen her speak Papiamento, which is like the Creole language spoken in Aruba.
Right.
I know she speaks Spanish. Most Arubans do speak Spanish. And I don't have an idea how she walks, but she does seem to have a very nice, decent body. She looks very good in a bikini. So basically, that's all I have. I know it's very scarce, but you know that's what I have. Hector, what do you think?
For me, she have only a great body. That's it. That's the only thing I need to, to say about her.
Okay, well that was short.
Yes. Yes, because of course she's not a contender for the crown. She's not a.
Are you
For
saying?
me, she's
Are you
not a
saying?
contender for the
Are
crown.
you saying she's just a clapper? Clap, clap, clap.
Well, common sense. Hello.
Yeah.
It's a beauty pageant. Hello.
I
I'm
know.
sorry, but
Yeah,
I
well,
don't.
Mr. Yeah, you're more than welcome to compete, Mr. Aruba. We just want your money. But thank you for coming anyway. Okay. Mr. Phil, what do you think?
Aruba. I don't know if it's just a name, but looking through her profile, she kind of reminds me of Helen Salas. I don't know if it's the name, but
Right.
since you mentioned that she's young and she has a banging body, it reminded me of Miss USA 2007 when Helen Salas competed.
Okay.
Like she seemed lost like all the time, and I fear that that's what's going to happen to her. But moving on with Aruba, I just wish that they would send some pretty island girl. Like I know Zizi Lee is probably the
Yeah.
strongest contestant that they sent, but we need more of her types.
Yeah.
Great personality, warm, represents Aruba. Like what you said, ever since Catriona Gray won Miss Universe, she started incorporating the Filipino culture in her clothing. Aruba has a lot of things to promote. Their islands, stuff
Mhm.
like that. So I wish that they would concentrate on that too, because there's really a lot. Like there's potential, you know. Mhm.
Peter.
Um, I don't think this is Aruba's year. I don't think this is Aruba's pageant. I think in terms of potential, I'm not sure if we're there yet. I know that the Aruban girls are very nice. They're always a lot of fun when they go and compete. And the girls say a lot of good things about the Arubans when they're together. But yeah, I don't think they're cold, hard competitors, and they're the kind of competitors that they should be, especially in a group like this year. So I do appreciate them being around, but it's not their year. I don't think so.
Mhm. Okay. All right. That's fair and brutally frank. Okay, let's rate her. Scale of 1 to 10. Hector, go.
2.
Hi.
Phil.
Yes.
I would just say 2 because she's in the wrong pageant.
Yes, she
Peter.
is.
Hmm.
For Miss Universe 2, for Miss Earth 12.
You guys are brutal. I'm gonna give her a 4.
Okay, good for you.
Yeah, a
Mhm.
4. But she's young, and I think she's gonna get lost in the crowd, especially with girls who are 5, 6,
Right.
7, 8 years older than her.
Correct.
Mhm.
I mean, she's beautiful. She has a great body, but as far as her maybe intellectual development is concerned, you know, she needs more improvement right there. All right, moving on. The next
Yes.
girl on the list is Miss Bahamas, Shauntae Miller.
Miller.
This is what
Yeah.
I have of Shauntae. She's 27, again, one of the oldest girls in the competition. The first thing that came to my mind is that this girl is very stylish. She has a very good fashion sense based on her glam shots. She has a great athletic build. You know, of course, because her advocacy is health and fitness. Um, in fact, her platform is called Get Fit Bahamas. And but what she has, what she excels in her physique, I think she lacks something in her face. Her face to me looks a little harsh, which can be softened by the proper makeup.
Makeup.
Yeah. But apart
Mhm.
from that, she speaks very well. She's very eloquent, and I would love to
Mhm.
see more of her on stage. Yeah.
Mhm.
Let's start with Phil. What do you think?
Oh, looking at her crowning videos, I thought that Luciera would love her. She knows how to walk. She did modeling, right?
She did, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm. Yeah. And I mean, that's it. Like, I think that Luciera would love her. Um, with her face, I think she's all right. You're right that, it could be softened down by makeup, but overall it would depend on her presentation,
Mhm.
you know, come pageant night.
Right.
How about you guys?
Peter.
Mhm. Yeah. Historically, I think on paper, the girls sent from Bahamas are actually quite strong. For some reason, they're not succeeding as well as the other countries in the region. Don't know why that is. Um, I think they're very strong when it comes to interview. They're very strong when it comes to stage projection. I don't know if it's a styling thing. I do love Shauntae. The main thing that I got out of this was she's very sexy. She's got this very sexy, sassy aura. Is she a model? Absolutely. What kind of model is she? I think very strong commercially. Is she an editorial high fashion model? Possibly, I don't know, but she would make an amazing, strong commercial working model. Is she a beauty queen? Yeah, she'd be a good beauty queen. Is she going to succeed and do better than the other Miss Bahamas that are also equally as strong that were sent to past Miss Universe pageants? I hope so. Historically, I'm not quite sure if it's going to happen again for Bahamas this year. Bahamas is one of my favorite countries that I can't seem to figure out why they can't do better than what they already have been.
I'm agree.
I agree. Hector, what do you think?
Well, she have a great body. She knows how to work her social media. But honestly, I don't see her on the top 20 or the top 50. I don't see
Okay.
her.
Mhm.
I see her on the pageant, very well dressed. She's going to be the candidate that everybody is going to love. She's very sympathetic. She's very funny. But I don't see her on the top 20.
Right. Why? This is what we're trying to figure out. Is it a sash factor thing?
Yeah.
No,
I don't
it's
know.
not a sash factor. It's about, well, we were part of the Miss Bahamas organization, Rafa and I, and we tried to do our best, but sometimes it's not the organization, it's the girls, it's
Right.
something that they don't assimilate in a good way. Because you know that if you go into Miss Universe, you need to follow instructions, you need to have discipline, you need to have something to put on your mind that I'm going to the best pageant in the world, you know?
Right.
I'm not sure that this has happened to the Bahamas contestants, but they lack a little bit of discipline. They lack a little bit of energy.
Right.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, as an athlete, do you think that she'd be better this year than that she would have that?
Yes, I'm agree. I'm agree.
Have
with
the
you.
focus.
Yes,
So I'm
agree.
hoping.
Yeah.
I'm hoping
she's
that
the
will come through.
strongest Bahamian to in recent years, you know.
Yes, we hope so. We hope so that Michelle Malcolm gets back the franchise for Miss Universe, because it's time for Bahamas to have a semi-finalist in Miss Universe.
Correct.
It's time.
Yeah.
Correct.
I think that's one thing, you know, yeah, I mean, Hector and I did work with the Miss Bahamas organization, and I can tell you, Michelle Malcolm, if you're watching the show tonight, I commend you for all the wonderful work that you did for
Absolutely.
the girls. And
Yes.
Hector and I really wish that you reacquire the Bahamian franchise for Miss Universe.
Yeah.
But I think one of the biggest problems of the Bahamian pageant industry is that they don't have, the queens do not get a lot of support from the people. From fellow Bahamians. And I think that's one thing that really irks me, because there's so many beautiful, so many wonderful, amazing Bahamian beauty contestants. And for some reason, they don't get a much needed support from fans. And which is a shame. And I really hope that changes. Hopefully.
And the support is crucial, as you know, Rafa, as you know, it's crucial. And I think that's something that many countries actually suffer from. My country in Australia, absolutely.
Right.
We lack support for our delegates, but that's another show. We'll talk about that later.
Okay. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how do we rate Miss Bahamas? I'm gonna go first.
7. Me.
You're 7. Okay, Peter. Absolutely. I was gonna say 7 too. So I'm gonna say 7 as well. Hector.
7 too.
Okay. And
7.
Phil?
7.
So 7 across the board. Okay. Not bad.
7 is the lucky number.
Hopefully Miss Bahamas, will make waves in Miss Universe on
It's very easy, Shauntae. It's very easy. Just call us.
There you go.
And you're going to have the best team, Shauntae. You're going to have the best team. You're going to have Rafa,
right,
Peter, Phil, and Hector. That's it.
Okay, moving on. Barbados, Hillary Ann Williams. Barbados is 24. I don't know if you guys saw my interview with her, but she struck me as somebody who was just gorgeous, beautiful. She has transformed tremendously from in the last year and a half. She actually was not the original Miss Universe Bahamas. From 2019, it was Chanel Eiffel, but Chanel gave up her crown to pursue a modeling career, so they passed the crown to Hillary. That was in 2019. But because of the pandemic and they didn't have a national pageant, she was crowned Miss Universe Bahamas 2020. So technically speaking, she's Miss Universe Barbados
2 years in a row.
2 years in a row. So which is unique, I think, which is very unique. And then, I mean, when you look at her Instagram, social media account, she's beautiful. She photographs very well. She's very telegenic. She's very smart. She's very articulate. And I really think it's time for Barbados to really place, because it hasn't placed in the 30 or 40 years that the country has participated. So I love Hillary. I don't know about you guys. Hector, what do you think?
I love her. She reminds me a lot of the last contestant from Iceland. You know, that the one she was on, her aura, her aura. When I saw her Instagram, I really feel happy, because she, you feel her, she's honest, she's sincere, she's down to earth. I really love her. I'm not sure if she's ready for Miss Universe. I'm not sure if she's going to be on the top 20, but maybe, I don't know. Let's see what happens, but I love her. She's in my heart. She's in my heart.
Okay, Peter, what do you think?
Well, look, it's interesting Hector should say something like that because my vibe, reading and watching her interviews, I was getting a Justine Pasek vibe.
Interesting.
In terms of, very sweet, very genuine, and my heart was just bursting and, just feel warm listening to her. Seeing her, it's the stage and it's the impact that I'm a little bit concerned about. When you look at their contestants from 2018 and 2019, they were just Amazonian, like amazing looking. And then Hillary, who's very sweet. And you think, okay, should we have sent her to Miss World instead?
Interesting.
Good idea. Yeah.
Mr. Phil.
You're right. I mean, that took me out of my word. That took my words out with you questioning if she would be better off Miss World. Because, yeah, she kind of seems to have that aura of Miss World vibe. Like she's pretty, she's articulate. I mean, she's warm, she's honest. And I've also thought about that with Miss Iceland last year with what Hector said. I've always thought that, oh, she would do better in Miss World,
Yes.
But moving on, like with Barbados, like with you guys, you saw different girls, but to me, she registers like Parul Shah, like her face.
Really?
And I love it.
Okay.
Yeah.
To
I mean,
people,
that's
Phil,
what she reminded me.
for people who do not know Parul Shah, please inform
Oh,
the public.
Parul Shah is Miss Philippines Grand International. She placed, I think, second runner up, right?
Third runner-up. Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I'm also excited like to see her perform on stage because I've seen your interview, Rafa, and you cannot say anything. She did not do anything wrong. She
Right.
gives you like this joy when you hear her, like, oh, she's so honest, she's so nice. Yeah, but it's all up to her, like however she performs on stage. Would she be like that kind of like sweet aura like Catriona Gray, or she's gonna project a fierce aura, which kind of like I hope she goes with the sweet.
Yeah.
Just to show
Correct.
her.
Yeah,
herself
I
more,
totally, I totally agree. I think her biggest, her biggest asset, I think, is her wonderful interview skills, her amazing communication skills. She did say that she's short. She says she's only 5'5". And you know what? Height is not all might.
Who cares about height?
Correct.
Exactly. So I really, I don't think they pay attention to height anymore. I mean, unless maybe it's Miss Supranational or Top Model of the World, where height still matters. Yeah, but not Miss Universe. Again, it's the idea of evolution in pageantry. Okay, so from a scale of 1 to 10, I would give her a 9. Only because only because I love her. Okay, hint to people, I give high scores to the girls that I've interviewed.
Of course. No.
Take that as a clue, okay?
7.
7, Hector? 7? Peter?
7.5.
7.5, Phil? Peter?
7.
7. Okay, not bad. Again, there's plenty of room, for improvement.
Right.
And the pageant is like what, 2-3 months away. Next on the list is Miss Universe Belize. Her name is Iris Alguero. She is 24. She represented Belize at Miss World 2016, but she was not. She didn't place. She is a student of digital marketing. Based on her Instagram account, she looks good. I mean, she has a great fit physique. There's lots of photos of her in a swimsuit, and I guess that's what you do when you live, in a tropical country like Belize. She speaks fluent English. She almost sounds like American. I love her indigenous look. Something about her Mayan or whatever Belizean look, which is very unique, which is very rare. And her platform is fighting to end violence against women and also environmental cleanup. So yeah, so those are my first impressions of her. Hector, what do you think?
Well, she have a very good access, like you say, you know, her platform and
What did you
everything.
say?
Her,
Ass?
no,
What?
assets,
Oh.
assets. Oh my God. No, I never say, oh God. Her assets, her assets.
Asset. Okay.
Her good
asset.
points, you know,
Yeah.
but oh God. I love her look, but for me, you know, she looks good, she looks nice, she speaks very good, but not for Miss Universe.
Okay.
Maybe for Reinado Internacional del Café, maybe
Nice.
for
Or-
maybe for Reina
Miss-
Sudamericana,
Or Miss
or
Caribe
maybe Miss
Hibiscus?
Mesoamerica.
Miss
But
Caribe
for Miss
Hibiscus?
Universe,
Yeah.
I don't see her in Miss Universe. I'm sorry.
Okay. Peter, what do you think?
Look, I think she's one of the candidates where she actually is better on stage and on live videos, because I like her photos, but it wasn't until I saw the videos that I thought, oh, she's really sweet, and I like the way she walks, and I like the way she moves, and she sounds great. I would hate for anybody or anything to fetishize her indigenousness. I think it's a strong point. So in a way, I'm kind of glad that with her fashion photos and all that, they didn't go down that path,
Right.
because I think I would have been very uncomfortable with that. But in saying that, I think it's good to have her in the competition. I think it's good to have her kind of face in the competition as well. Is she going to make waves this competition in a sea of competition like what we have this year? Possibly not, which is a shame. But as Hector said, if she competed for all these other pageants, I believe that she would do a lot better there.
Okay. Phil.
She's pretty, but I wish that their first runner-up in 2019 got the representation like for Belize.
Right. Oh
We
my
saw
God.
her.
Yes, Phil.
Destiny.
Yes.
Gorgeous,
She
gorgeous.
was there in Atlanta, and I thought that she was
Yeah.
being prepped, and oh my God, like she's really an attention getter, you know? But unfortunately she wasn't, she's not Miss Belize, so we have we have Iris. I mean, she competed in Miss Earth too. I saw on her profile.
Oh.
And she has a good body, nice body, but you know, for Miss Universe, just the body alone
Won't
won't make
good enough.
you
Right.
go far, you
Yeah.
know?
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
totally agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's rate her scale of 1 to 10. Hector.
2.
Peter.
4.
Phil.
5.
Okay. I'll give her a 6. I'll give her a 6. Yeah,
Ooh.
only because I like her her glam shots, and also she has a banging great body. Okay, but she's not at the right competition. Moving along is Miss Bolivia, Lenka Nemer. I don't know how to pronounce her last name.
Yeah.
But she's part Croatian. She's 23, and when you look at her, she has a very outstanding social media content. She emphasizes her Bolivian culture. I see her videos of her donning a Bolivian traditional costume and dancing around, which is a new thing. She's one of the strongest, actually, contestants from Bolivia in a long time. She speaks fluent English. Let me see. She did several live Instagram chats with some of her fellow Miss Universe contestants, which I thought was very refreshing. She's bubbling. She has a bubbling personality, and she photographs, very well. And her advocacy is fighting hunger. And I really like Bolivia. So, what do you think, Phil?
I like Bolivia. She kind of reminds me of Carmen Carrera in photos.
Really?
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes, she does.
And actually, she's one of those girls that gives me excitement. I'm interested in, like to see her in Miss Universe, how she moves, how she, mingles with other contestants. Because, like from her Instagram, like we saw her interviewing with her fellow Latina contestants. Let me see if she's gonna break out of that mode, because come come Miss Universe, we see these girls like they have these little groupies, and I wish that, she would reach out to other girls because she has the personality and she seems to be fun and, that's it. I
Okay,
like her.
cool.
Yeah.
Peter.
Mhm.
Well, I think she's doing all the right things. I think she's making all the right noises. She's doing all the right moves. Is she going to get lost in the sea of Latinas? Yes, I think so. Um, yeah, but I do like her. I do like her. I think I will rate her highly when we give our scores, but only because she's doing all the right things that she should be doing. So yeah.
Yeah, good. Hector.
Well, for me, she's very chic. She's very fine. She's very well educated. But I have the feeling that she's the contestant that nobody is going to expect on the top 20, and maybe she's going to be the big surprise, I have that feeling with her. I have that feeling if she select the correct evening gown and the hair and makeup, I think, and she do a good interview, I think she can be a good surprise on the top 20.
Okay.
Interesting. Yeah, that's very interesting. One thing I like about her is she's very consistent in her looks, in her interviews. I mean, she has a great personality, like what I said, and I think she will do very, very well. And I really want her, to place because again, she's one of the strongest contestants from our country. So scale of 1 to 10, I would probably give her an 8.
7.5.
7.5, Phil?
Yep.
Peter.
7.5.
Okay, Hector?
7.
7. Okay. Next one on the list is Miss Brazil. Miss Brazil, Júlia Gama. She's 27 years old. She's one of the oldest contestants this year. She's multilingual, which is, I'm always impressed by contestants who speak more than 2 languages. In this case, she speaks English, she speaks Spanish, Portuguese, of course, and Mandarin, Chinese. She's like a real global beauty queen. She was a former Miss World Brazil 2014.
Yes.
And she expresses herself very well, which I really, really love based on her Instagram live chat that I saw early today with Miss Universe Canada, Nova Stevens, which I really, really like. She looks good in most of her photos, but sometimes her styling comes a little bit off. So I think that's my only critique of her. Peter, what do
you mean by off, Rafa?
Off in a way that sometimes she's putting her hair in a style that's really not befitting of her age. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Sometimes her makeup comes off, scarce, so to speak.
Yep.
So, Peter, what do you think?
Okay. Brazil always sends very strong candidates. I feel as though she's verging on being overcooked. Like you said, that's why I wanted to kind of hear what you said about overstyle, about her styling being a little bit off. I saw some photos of her that was a little bit more toned down, a little bit more natural, a little bit more wild, and she is stunning, so beautiful. And then I see the typical pageant Patty photos, and you think, oh man, what's going on? So she's a hit and a miss for me. Like I said, the Brazilians, they always send really strong women anyway. That's my only concern, that I think she is bordering overcooked.
Overcooked meaning overprocessed.
Overcooked is an overprocessed, overtrained, over-choreographed.
Why does everybody hate pageant patties? I don't understand. They're cool. I like pageant patties.
Because pageants are evolving.
Correct.
Yeah, but once in a while you'll see 1 or 2 pageant patties. It doesn't matter if the pageant is evolving. They're stuck
always
in their ways. You know what I mean? Yeah. Hector, what do you think?
Well,
I know
that
you have a very strong opinion of Miss Brazil.
Well, that I had the opportunity to interview her. I have this good relationship with her. We talk a lot on social media by private message, and that's it. I really love her. I really like her. And let me tell you something. She's going to arrive in Miami or whatever city of the United States to take that crown. She's going to be, she wants to be Miss Universe. She desired to be a Miss Universe, you know? She have this in mind. I want to be Miss Universe, but I prefer to see her in the more natural way, you know?
Beautiful.
Like Peter said, go down, go relax, enjoy your beauty, enjoy your face, enjoy everything, because when you saw her with a lot of hair and makeup, and I don't like this kind of Júlia, but I really love her. She have a great body. She speaks English, Spanish, Portuguese, Mandarin. She's good on TV. She's an actress. She was an actress in China. She was in Miss World. She was modeling in China too, you know. She have everything. But this kind of experience sometimes not can be that good in a pageant, you know?
Correct.
Interesting.
Right.
But everybody knows that I love her. She's one of my favorites to take the crown. Let's see.
I think she'll be up there. I really do. Yeah, she'll be up there. All right, let's rate her. Scale of 1 to 10. I would give her an 8.
We know that she's gonna be there, you know.
She's gonna be there. But again, there's always a room for improvement.
I would give her actually right now 8 because she has definitely some styling issues. She comes across like sometimes very matronly. And I wish that she would, I agree with you that she would tone it down because, you know, when you're in Miss Universe, you're there to compete, but most importantly, you're there to have fun, express yourself. And most girls that we see are, you know, they're nervous. They're having this breakdown once in a while. I mean, just be there and have fun. And I believe that if Júlia would present that attitude, she will take home the crown.
Right.
So I give her a 9.
A 9. Okay, Peter.
Yeah, 8.5. 8.5.
Okay. Hectorito.
Which is my highest so far.
10!
That's right. Hector, what do you think? A 10? Of course.
10, yes, 10.
Yeah, because you're in love with her.
I love Brazil. I was in Brazil in 2011. You need to go to Brazil because you need to feel the vibe. You need to feel everything in Sao Paulo, in Rio de Janeiro. You know, everything is so sexy, so caliente.
Ooh.
Okay. All right. One of these days we'll go to Brazil. Next girl on the list is Miss Universe British Virgin Islands. Her name is Shabree Frett. She's 24. And let me see. The British Virgin Islands has actually been competing in Miss Universe since 1977, but has never really placed, maybe except for a couple of Miss Congeniality Awards or something.
Yeah.
Shabree, she actually competed in her national pageant 4 times. And she was first runner-up in 2019. But again, due to the pandemic, no pageant was held in 2020, and she was appointed as Miss Universe British Virgin Islands 2020. Now, the content of her Instagram account is rather scarce, but she does have several beautiful photos. However, I have no idea how she walks or how she speaks, but she does have, you know, a good body and a relatively pretty face. So that's my impression of Shabree. Hector, let's start with you.
Well, I agree with you. You know, I don't see a lot of her. She have a beautiful face, and the only photo, the last photo I saw from her, it was like in a Instagram story that she was in a car. She was, you know, but I don't.
Was she driving the car or was she on the passenger side?
I don't know.
She in the
but I don't have nothing
is she in the
to say
back
about
of the car?
Maybe.
Was she in the trunk?
I don't know.
Oh my God.
Pita, what do you think?
Well, I don't know her.
God.
Well, that says a lot. Okay. Mr.
Yeah,
Phil.
we need to be very honest with this candidate, you know.
Mr.
Sorry,
Phil.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
Okay.
I wish we could have more materials to see of her, but
Yeah.
that's just it. Like she's pretty and she has a good body. She has the basic materials to go on Miss Universe.
Yeah.
That's it.
Right. I think, I think there's sort of like I mean, can we safely assume that the majority of these small Caribbean nations,
Yeah.
maybe except with the exception of maybe 2 or 3, generally speaking, do not do very well in Miss Universe. I mean, the girls go there not to compete, but just to have fun, maybe make friends and promote
To get off
their
the
country
island.
culture. Yeah, everything
Mhm.
to get out of the country, for a change. I mean, that's my impression at least. So,
Yeah. And they don't have a lot of support, they don't have a lot of sponsors. Most of them come to Puerto Rico, to buy the dresses and to buy the shoes and to buy everything. They don't have a lot of support in this tiny island.
mhm.
Okay.
Okay. All right, let's rate her. Scale of 1 to 10. I'll start. I'll give her a 3.
Okay.
Hector,
Two.
2. Peter, 2. 0, 2,
2.
2. Mr. Phil.
2.
Okay. Moving on, Canada, Miss
Ooh.
Universe Canada.
Canada!
Nova Stevens.
The Nova Stevens.
She's 27, one of the oldest girls in the competition. She competed in Miss Universe Canada 3 times, finally won in 2020. She was born in South Sudan, but emigrated to Canada when she was 6, leaving behind her entire family in
Correct.
refugee camps. And she hasn't seen her family in 20 years. And she's one of the tallest contestants at 6 feet tall. She's a professional model, an actress, and her advocacy is fighting racism against Black and Indigenous people. And she's also very active with the Black Lives Matter movement in her country. So I can tell you right now, she will make top 10 for sure. Top 10 for me for now, top 10. She's just stunning. Honestly, the first time I saw her pictures on her social media account, I was actually stunned. I was intimidated by her looks because she reminded me of Grace Jones, that very
Mhm.
intimidating, get out of my way, bitch type of attitude. But the more the more I get to see her talk and interact with her fellow contestants, I said, oh my God, she's not so bad. She's actually very sweet inside. She's the exact opposite of Grace Jones, believe it or not, And that interview that she did with Miss Universe Brazil even made me fall in love with her even more. So that's why I'm rooting for her at least to be in the top 10. So we have a great Miss Universe Canada. Hector, what do you think?
Well, I love her. She's not the prototype of the regular Miss Canada, but I don't see her on the top 10, maybe top 20 or top 15. I want to see her on person. I want to see how she managed everything, but she had everything, she's tall, she's beautiful, she have the look, and she have the attitude, but I'm a little confused with her. This is the kind of candidate that I need to see in person. That's my opinion. That's it. But she's stunning. She in another way, she's the kind of contestant that they don't need to go to Miss Universe to be successful. She can be an actress in Hollywood. She can be a model in Europe. She has everything to have whatever she wants. But she's Miss Universe Canada. Let's see how she's doing in Miami.
Okay, Peter, what do you think?
First of all,
her.
I think I really want to applaud Canada because I believe that Canada has always been one of these countries who always send a Canadian who the whole world would never regard as a typical Canadian, because what is a typical Canadian?
Yes.
So I do applaud Canada. Nova owns my heart. Nova is a polarizing contestant, and I believe that's one of the reasons why she will do very well in the competition. I think Miss Universe is most possibly going to use her for a lot of PR. a lot of, a lot of articles. Hector is absolutely right. She doesn't need Miss Universe to be a success because she already is. She doesn't even need this platform to get to where she needs to be because she's there. People already see her. They notice her. She's a successful model. She's definitely an amazing spokesperson and an ambassador and an activist. And the more, I think of her and I just want to cry. I want to cry. She brings tears to my eyes. One of my best friends is Teresa Yeo. And
Of course.
Rafa, you interviewed
Yes, I met her. Yeah.
They actually have very similar stories. So when Nova won, yeah, my heart burst. So Canada, you have my heart.
Cool. Phil, let's
Well,
go, Phil. I know you have some. I know you have some reservations about her.
no. I love Nova Stevens. She caught my attention the moment she won because of her pageant, because of her photos. She was raising her fist like in honor of Black Lives Matter, which is a good thing. Everyone needs to, you know and be educated about it. But moving on pageant standards, I think that she registers like Alec Weck and those print ads
Alec Weck,
from
yes.
Alec
yeah,
Quack, another
and
stunning
print
Scots
ads
man.
from print ads from Benetton.
Mhm.
She's already there, she's already accomplished, but I do think that Miss Universe needs her to break the mold of like beauty and to break the beauty standards,
Mhm.
because she's polarizing. She may not be your cup of tea, cup of coffee, but she has this strong features. But at the end of the day, we are all beautiful, you know that's I think like
Right
Thanks,
the message
on.
Phil.
to be there. Mhm,
Right on. I know. I know. I'm
mhm.
beautiful.
We are beautiful.
We're all beautiful. Hector, what do you think?
I was
Already said
already
it.
giving my
Oh,
opinion.
No,
oh,
we
you
already
already
gave
okay.
his opinion.
I'm having some.
But I
I'm
really like her.
sorry.
I really love her. But honestly, I want to see her in person. Maybe when I see her, I hug her, or maybe I don't know. Maybe I cry. But I want to see her. I want to say hi, Nova. How are you doing? Because I have the feeling that in person she's like this big Hollywood star. Or something like
Mhm.
Vava Boone.
Yeah.
But
I'm sorry. For a minute, I thought I was having some Joe Biden moment there.
Oh, bravo.
All right. Scale of 1 to 10. I will give Canada a 10. Hector,
Okay.
9.
Peter,
A 9 because I don't think anybody deserves a 10. So it's practically a 10. So a 9 for Nova.
okay.
Okay.
Phil,
Like a Nova, she's gonna be 9.5.
Oh, yes.
all right. So we're good with Canada. Next one on the list, Miss Universe Cayman Islands, Mariah Tibbetts. She's 27. She was first runner-up in Miss Universe Cayman Islands 2019, and she was
Yep.
later appointed as Miss Universe Cayman Islands 2020. So based on her IG account, she seems to be well-rounded. She speaks very well, and she has a quite charming personality. Her advocacy is fighting breast cancer and stop bullying. Now, again, Cayman Islands has never placed in Miss Universe, never. And they've been competing for the last 30, almost 40 years. So I don't know. I don't have a lot of impression about Mariah apart from what I've seen on her Instagram. And I really would like to see more of her. Yeah, in person. Okay, Phil, what do you think?
She's cute. That's it.
That's cute. Okay.
That's just it.
Pita.
I
Pita.
think Rafa, do yourself a favor, go and YouTube her. And there were a couple of interviews that she actually did that really melted my heart. There's this amazing interview where she's talking about her nephew and how she loves watching him grow up and what a beautiful human being he is. And I just thought, what a beautiful kind of it's just so genuine, and she speaks from her heart. So looking at her Instagram, I'm like, yeah, whatever, it's a little bit like British Virgin Islands, I don't know her. And then I YouTubed her interviews and I thought she is so sweet. So I think she's probably a contender for congeniality.
Okay. I agree. Hector.
Well, she's she's okay. She's cute, but she's not ready for Miss Universe. That's it. I don't see her on the
For
top
Pete's
20. I
sake,
see
she's
her.
27. What are you saying? She's not ready for this? She's 27. Hello.
Well, I don't care. I don't care if you have 27 or 22, but what I saw on her social media, she have time to call Miss Universe and say, you know, I'm not going. Maybe send another girl or something like that.
Wouldn't it be funny if Miss Universe, raises the age limit to like 30, and then Mariah would have like 3 more years?
Oh, no, and then she called me and say, Hector, I'm going to Miss Universe. Hello.
Maybe representing
She's cute.
representing a
She's
different country, that is. Oh, that's
Yeah,
funny.
she's cute.
Yeah.
She's a nice girl. Let's see.
All right. Let's rate her scale of 1 to 10. I would give her a 4. Peter.
4. Oh.
3.
Peter 3.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So Phil says 4. Hector.
2.
Okay. I respect all your scores. No questions asked. Next contestant on the list. Next contestant on the list is Miss Universe Chile, Daniela Nicolas, one of the oldest contestants. She's 28. Daniela is an actress. She has a huge following on Instagram. She has almost 400,000 Instagram followers. She's apparently very popular in her country. She was born in Lebanon, and she has one of the most beautiful faces in the competition.
Yes.
And certainly one of the most beautiful set of blue eyes. But I'm not impressed with her walk or her styling. I mean, she tends to overdo her walk. And also in some photos, she kind of looks a little mature, older. So that's my impression of Daniela. Hector, go.
Well, she have a beautiful face. She's the face with Miss Peru. She's one of the faces of the pageant.
Yep.
But I don't see her on the top 20. I don't see her on the top 10. She needs to change a lot, her stylist, her wardrobe, and that's it. You know, she's the contestant that maybe Fadil, he's going to love her because of her face and her eyes and everything. She's good for photos. She's good for portraits. But when I saw the video that she was walking and everything, honestly, I don't see. I don't see her on the finals.
Yeah, she lacks that Latina oomph when she walks. She's kind of stiff.
That's probably not a bad thing.
She's a little stiff. Well, neither is being a pageant patty, dude.
Right. Right.
All right.
But she's doing a great job. She's doing a great job. She's communicate with the fans all the time. You know, she's doing a great job.
Peter, sweetie darling, what do you think?
Yeah, well, look, she gives me a Denise Richards vibe. Really beautiful.
For the millennials, Peter, who is Denise Richards?
She's the former wife of Charlie Sheen.
There you go. And who is Charlie Sheen?
She's been in a couple. Yeah, she's actually in one of my favorite pageant movies as well. Do you remember what that movie is?
Drop Dead Gorgeous.
Yes. Yeah. So all of you millennials who don't know this movie, educate yourselves, go and download it and watch it. It's amazing. So Daniela, I think will do well. I think she will be in the semifinals at least. Part of that is because I can't take my eyes off her. Also because I believe the organization will take advantage of her followers and her numbers.
Of course.
So I think it would be very silly for the organization to ignore a woman who comes with such numbers and power. Is she going to come to the competition and surprise us? I have a feeling in my stomach that she will. So she may come across as a little bit overdone, a little bit overcooked now. She's probably doing that for the local markets. She's going to switch it up and change it come the competition and just bring it. And she will appeal to a universal market come competition. So I've got really high hopes for this woman.
Wonderful. Phil, what do you think?
Well, she's pretty. She is one of the faces of the pageant, you know. I mean, I don't know, like she's really beautiful. And I think come Miss Universe, she'll be one of those contestants that will have huge following in Miami or Las Vegas. My only thing is, you're right, she has problems with walk and with her pasarela, and I wish that she would train with Osmel, so that she would get that, the right tools that she would need to succeed in Miss Universe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Let's rate her. Scale of 1 to 10. I'll start. I'll give her a 7.5. Hector.
7.
Peter.
8.5 like Brazil.
Phil.
9.
Wow. Okay. That's cool. That's interesting. All right, moving along. Next up is Miss Colombia, Laura Olascuaga. Laura is 25. Now, I saw the Miss Colombia pageant on YouTube, and I have to say that
Yeah.
even though Laura didn't have the prettiest face, she slayed the catwalk,
Yes.
swimsuit,
Yep.
and the evening gown segments. And also she
Yeah.
speaks very well. But her look is generic. Her face is not
Correct.
really memorable for me. I've seen
Mhm.
more memorable, prettier Colombian girls in the past. So that's my impression of her. Peter, what do you think?
Yeah, I 100% agree. I think she's got an amazing stage presence, but all the Colombians have amazing stage presence. Is she standing out this year? For me, unfortunately not. Yes, she is strong, but just like all the other Latinas, they're also very strong. So I believe she's just going to get lost in the pack, unfortunately. Every year, I do look forward to seeing what the Colombians are going to bring for evening gown, because Colombians are always wearing the best evening gowns, hands down, every single year. So I'm looking forward to that.
Right. Hector.
Well, remember that she was the first runner-up. She was in Miss Colombia 2 years ago.
Right.
Or 1 year ago, and then she competed again because she wants to go to Miss Universe. She resigned to go to Miss International. She's tall, she's elegant, she's very eloquent, she is doing a great job, but let's see what is going to happen in Miami, because I have the feeling that nobody, I know that a lot of people don't like her. A lot of fans don't like her, but I had the feeling that she's going to be on the top 5.
Okay.
Something tell me that, because she have this very good support of her organization. She was in Dubai last week working with the Smile Train.
I saw that. Yeah.
She have everything to be Miss Universe. She's not the most gorgeous girl in the world, but she have something. Maybe she have a great body. She's elegant. Let's see. I like her. Colombians, I like your girl. I like Miss Colombia. Okay.
All right.
Don't cancel me.
Phil, what do you think?
I just think that she's one of the weaker Colombians that Colombia has sent. I mean, don't get me wrong. She has a banging body. She's gonna come in like well prepared, but what really lacks is the face department. She does not register very memorable. There's
Yes.
nothing special. She's generic, borderline plain Jane in the face department. And with what Peter said about gowns, yes, Colombians, they bring out the best gowns in Miss Universe. But the question is, will they change the silhouette of their gowns? It's always
Well,
like
I
It's
have
always the same. Yeah.
somebody.
It's like
I have some boss, because somebody told me that she's going to use or a Filipino designer for the final, or bring me the name of the designer, the Filipino designer that lived
Michael Cinco.
What?
Michael
Michael
Cinco.
Cinco.
Yes, he's the one, and the other one.
Albert Andrada, the one who
No.
Almodal.
Yes,
There you
I
are,
think
but-
she's going to wear something from Michael Cinco or Armodal. Maybe somebody told me that she was in Dubai doing this, but maybe to fit some dresses for Miss Universe.
Okay.
Interesting.
Well, I don't know, like they made gowns, but the only spectacular gowns that they made was Miss Canada's, and it's because of the theatrics there.
Right.
But
Yeah.
with the gowns from Miss World Philippines, the one that Megan wore and the one that Catriona wore, I mean, I'm underwhelmed with those. I
Correct.
just I just wish that just do the same flair, just like different silhouette.
Okay.
I'm tired of seeing like this body hugging, glitter thing as a gown, with
Yeah.
Miss Colombia. It's always like that.
It's all the same.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Kind of gets very tight. Okay. Let's rate her. Scale of 1 to 10. I'll start. I'll give her a 6.5. Hector.
9.
Really? Okay. Peter.
7.5.
Phil.
I'll give her 7.5.
All right. Not bad. Next girl, Miss Costa Rica, Yvonne Cerdas. Again, one of the oldest girls. She's 28. She is a software engineer and a law student. Very
Ooh, very
intelligent, very smart. She competed 3 times in her national pageant and finally won last year. She has a very great angular face. I love her high cheekbones, and she has beautiful, gorgeous dark hair. Again, I find her face a little bit harsh side, so she needs to soften up her face. So that's pretty much my impression of her.
Hmm.
Hector.
Well, do you know that I was living in Costa Rica when I was working for Miss Costa
We
Rica?
know.
She was on the top 5. She don't won, and then she prepared very well. I think she had one of the best great bodies, not in Miss Costa Rica, in Miss Universe history, because her body is amazing. She's a perfect. But I'm not sure if she's going to make the cut. She's beautiful, she's fine, she's elegant, she's tall, she have a beautiful body, but she don't have a lot of face beauty.
Okay.
Mm.
I don't know.
Interesting.
She's not that beautiful that me.
Oh.
She's beautiful in her own way. I think she's beautiful. Everybody is beautiful in their own way, but I think if you're talking about universal appeal, I
Yes.
think it's
Yeah.
a little bit short of. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's
And it's Miss Universe, we need
So,
beautiful girls.
Mhm. Peter.
Um, I saw Costa Rica, and I think she's one of my dark horses. I think she's one of my favorites. So if Chile is the face of the competition, I think Costa Rica is the body of the
Yeah.
competition.
Yeah.
She is the second coming of Evelina Pampantonio.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Evelina
Her body,
is
her
first runner-up
walk.
Miss Universe 2000.
Correct. She was giving me such strong Evelina vibes. And I do wish Costa Rica would do well. I do hope that they do notice her. Yes, I do take into account her unconventional features and her beauty, but I think looking at it and having worked with agencies before, she does have the facial features that are very versatile. That you could easily change her makeup and shape and all of that. So she could do commercial, she could do editorial. She's got the height, she's got the body, she's got the moves. I think she's a dark horse. I think she's a dark horse, and I'm hoping she does well because I love her. I love her.
Okay.
Mm.
Fair.
Mm.
Okay. Phil, what do you
Nice.
think?
Well, yeah, she is the body of the competition. My only concern is her and Colombia kind of look similar.
Yeah,
You know,
right.
Yeah, you know what?
Right.
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah.
Yeah,
And they
right.
They
would
could be
be
sisters.
and they would be introduced back to back. I don't know if that would work on their favor or
Right.
not. You know?
Yeah.
Somebody has to dye her hair blonde.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's just my concern. But all what you guys said is right. I mean, she could be a dark horse too. I mean, she's interesting.
Okay.
Mhm.
Let's
Mhm.
rate her a scale of 1 to 10. I'll start. I'll give her a 6. Peter.
I'm giving her an 8.
Hector.
7.5.
Phil.
Similar with Colombia, 8.
because they look alike, right?
Yes.
Next girl on the list is Miss Universe Curacao, Shauntae
Okay.
Weirts. She's 22,
Mhm.
one of the youngest. So the first time I saw images of Shauntae, I said to myself, wow, this woman is one of the most stunning Miss Curaçaos I've seen since Verna Vasquez back in 1997. She looks
Uh-huh.
amazing in her photos and even looks telegenic on TV. She's one of the tallest, just nearly 6 feet tall. She's multilingual. She speaks Dutch, German, English, Papiamento, and a little bit of Spanish. Her platform is autism. And I had sent her a couple of messages like requesting to be interviewed, but she never really replied back, which makes me question her ability to be approachable. Ta-da!
Mm.
Okay. Hector, what do you think?
Well, I'm not sure if she's from Curacao. I think she's from the Netherlands.
She
I'm
was,
not sure.
she was born and raised in the Netherlands. That's what she said.
Yes. Okay. You know, she have everything. She's very telegenic. She's the one that the production of the Miss Universe they're going to love her because she's very telegenic. But somebody tell me that in the way you was talking about that she's not approachable. Somebody told me that she's like this kind of,
Aloof,
she's like no roof. She's
distant.
I prefer to say that she's shy or she's like
You can't be shy in Miss Universe, baby.
yes,
No love for
but
shyness.
she's
Or
beautiful. She's gorgeous. She have a beautiful face. She's perfect for the production. But I don't see her win Miss Universe. Because she need to change a lot in her stylish in the clothes that she use. Sometimes she looks old. Sometimes she looks a lot of makeup. But she's beautiful. She's gorgeous.
Okay. Peter, what do you think?
Um, her photos are amazing. Her photos actually give me a Zuleika vibe.
Hmm.
I'm not sure about the whole telegenic of it all. I find that once I see her live, it kind of takes away that wow factor for me. She's not doing anything wrong. I love the fact that her platform is autism, and it kind of makes me wonder is Chantal in the spectrum? Is she on the spectrum?
Okay.
Because if she is on the spectrum, it's not really something that we can kind of judge her on in terms of being
Yes.
approachable or I actually work very closely with an up and comer at the moment, Abby Freeman, and she's a pageant queen here in Tasmania who is on the spectrum, is autistic. So I am learning about autism as I go, and Abby has taught me a lot about the autistic community, and it is a very diverse community. So when we're talking about her being approachable, is she shy? Is she a little bit distant? I'm wondering, is it because she's on the spectrum? Because if it is, that could be because of the autism. So I do admire. I admire the fact that her platform is very important, and I think it needs to be heard. Is she going to make waves? I hope so. I hope so. I think she's probably you're right, one of the best contestants we've seen come out of Curacao in a long time. So good luck to her.
Sure.
Curacao, she is very gorgeous, registering on photos, but what Peter said about her being telegenic, I could see that because when I
Oh, I
was
said that. I said
Mm.
she's telegenic, but Peter disagrees, right, Peter?
Yeah.
yeah,
Yes.
that's what
I think photos are
because
better.
yeah, because kind of like I noticed that she kind of looks different in videos and in photos, and it kind of takes like that wow factor. But she still holds a special place in my heart because I work with individuals with autism. So I really wish her the best. She has the right tools. She has a good
Yes.
platform. She has a face. She has the body. I wish that she would express herself more. But right now is not really. We don't really mean right now is She doesn't really need that, but come pageant night, pageant days, she should be out there and just have fun and express herself more, and that would be beneficial for her.
Okay, thank
Yeah.
you.
Mhm.
Let's rate her. Scale of 1 to 10. I'll start. I'll give her a 6.5. Hector,
7.
Peter,
7.5.
Phil.
I'd give her 8.
All right.
Aha.
Thank you, guys. Next one on the list is Miss República Dominicana, Dominican Republic, Kimberly Jimenez.
Oh.
She's 23. She's a model and actress. She's half Dominican and half Puerto Rican. I love
Okay.
her beautiful, gorgeous, dusky complexion. And she has
Yep.
one of the great catwalks. And she's very sweet. And I just love her for some reason. And I think it's time for Dominican Republic to place again Miss Universe. Peter,
It
Mr.
could,
Peter, what do
yes.
you think?
Yeah, sultry. She's got a nice walk. She's sultry. So I think the Dominican Republic has done it again. I think they've sent a really strong contestant. If you love her catwalk, then you should meet her catwalk coach, Mr. Vargas. Maybe he should go on Miss Universe and compete. I've seen the videos and that he got the moves. So yep.
All right.
Yep, he got the moves.
Hector, what do you think?
Well, I know her. She was second runner-up in Miss Universe Puerto Rico 2017. She was born in Puerto Rico. Her father is from the Dominican Republic. That's why she is representing Dominican Republic. Kimberly have everything. Kimberly have everything to bring the second crown from Dominican Republic to Miss Universe. But she needs to improve on her skills in the way she talk, she needs to express more. But she have Magali Febles. You can blame Magali for whatever you want, but you can't blame Magali for training a girl, because Magali have everything in a good way to train a girl. I was working with Magali. I had a lot of trouble with Magali, but one thing I'm sure is Magali knows how to train a beauty contestant, and Kimberly is very well trained by Magali and her team. And I see Kimberly maybe on the top 5 for this edition of the Miss Universe. Let's see. Let's see.
Okay.
Wow.
Yep.
Top 5 is
Phil, what
a
do you
little
think?
too far. I mean, I could see her surprising again, like the previous contestant that Dominican Republic had.
Yeah.
I remember her like everyone was counting her out. Even when we interviewed Magali, she kind of like sounded like, oh, she all lost hope. But then come pageant night, Dominican Republic was called. Oh my gosh, she was so happy. And I know, Rafa, you saw her celebrating at the after party, right?
Yes. Yeah.
With Magali? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God.
This is way back before that COVID. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, like I do agree. Kimberly is that contestant who, if she enters the top 20, she could go straight to the top 5. As of right now, I see her at the top 20. It depends on how she communicates, how she expresses herself in the
Yes.
opening statement. That's the key.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Great.
Okay.
Okay. Let's rate her. Scale of 1 to 10. Hector,
9.
Peter,
8.
Phil.
9.
I'll give her an 8.5.
Okay.
Ooh.
Next girl, Miss Ecuador, Leila Espinosa. She's 24. She's a student of international business. She has improved tremendously from the moment she won her national title last October. I haven't seen any speaking videos of her Instagram. I'm sure she's fluent in Spanish, obviously, but I have no idea what she sounds like, basically. And she doesn't register to me as someone who's very memorable, So, Phil, what do you think?
I just love her red gown on her Instagram, and that's it.
Me too. Me too.
Right?
Okay.
I mean, we gotta be honest. I mean, we haven't heard the girl speak. I mean, she registers well, but yeah, that red gown is the most memorable thing I've ever seen on her Instagram.
Hector, what do you
Right.
think?
Right.
I'm on the same way like Phil, just the red gown,
Yeah,
That's it.
So she looks good in red. Okay, we know that.
she
Yeah.
does.
Peter,
Down. Yeah. Down.
down.
The red gown.
Okay,
All right.
next. Up.
Scale of 1 to 10. Okay, I'll give her 4. Hector,
2.
Peter,
2.
Phil.
The gown 10, her 2.
Okay,
Yeah.
hopefully Ecuador will improve after our
Yeah, please, Miss Ecuador, if you could upload video,
Yeah.
show us like your speaking skills and
Right.
do more, you
Yeah.
know.
it'll
From
help.
easy.
Good.
Mhm.
Next one is Miss El Salvador, Vanessa Velasquez. She's 24. She's not your typical Salvadoran beauty queen. I mean, she's blonde and she has hazel eyes and speaks
Mhm.
fluent English. She has a bachelor's degree in integrated marketing communications, and she has been modeling since she was 11. She's in great shape. She walks very well, and to me, she's channeling a bit of Eleonora Carrillo. She who was
Yes.
of El Salvador, who made the finals
1995.
back in 1995. So, but
Yes.
she
Yep.
strikes me somebody who's like very sweet and sort of like
Correct.
a girl next door type. Peter, what do you think?
Oh, look, I really appreciate her because she gave me some really good makeup tips via her Instagram. So that was great. Look, she's an Instagram model and she's an influencer. And I really like how she promotes the products for her sponsors and all of that. I think she does the right thing. And so her sponsors will be very happy. Is she Miss Universe? Probably not. But look, if we're looking for an influencer, she'd be way up there.
Okay, Hector.
Well, she's beautiful, she have a great body. She's doing good on her social media. That's it.
That's it. Phil.
Well, Miss El Salvador, actually, she is what did I write? She's the most interesting Miss El Salvador in recent years. When I was scrolling through her Instagram, she gives me this Nia Sanchez vibe. She
Okay.
has a good body. She
Okay.
registers well, and that's it. I mean, hope she comes with a personality. That's all.
Yep.
Scale of 1 to 10, I will give her a 5. Hector.
5.
Peter.
5.
Phil.
5.
Ooh,
The 5 girl.
Okay. All right. Just being honest here. Next girl on the list is Miss Haiti.
Hey.
Eden Berendoise. She has a degree in communications. She's 24. She was 3rd runner-up in 2019 Miss Pan American International pageant. Let me see. And again, due to the pandemic, she was appointed as her country's Miss Universe 2020 representative. She speaks Haitian Creole, but I don't know how she sounds like speaking in English or if she even speaks English. So I don't have an idea what her advocacy is. I find her looks very refreshing and she always looks dolled up on her Instagram account, but I have no clue how she walks. That's all my impression about her for now. Phil.
I mean, her profile is strong.
Mhm.
She's beautiful, and I wish that I could see her walk and talk more. Definitely, she's not a bad candidate. That's all I could say.
Peter.
I love her cheekbones. Just putting it out there, her cheekbones are amazing. I think Haiti is symptomatic of what we were talking about earlier about the lack of support and the lack of hype and the lack of importance that they place on a Miss Universe contestant or a Miss Universe competition. Looking at her Instagram, it really left me a little bit like, what is she about? Who is she? Is this it? So I had to go down into the deep dark web to find out more about this girl, and that was pretty much it.
So she has
I had
dark secrets or anything?
No dark secrets. I wish that there was. It probably would have made it a little bit more interesting. So I feel a little, but I actually do feel for this girl because, you know, she's got the base. She's so pretty. And then you kind of see everything else. So I think the organization needs a little bit of help and a little bit of support, I think, because I do believe that there's some raw talent in Haiti that we could discover and really push out there. And I had high hopes for Haiti. Unfortunately, it could be a pandemic thing. It just kind of fell flat on its face.
Give her some of your grapefruit. Maybe that'll help.
My grapefruit?
Yeah. That's one big, humongous grapefruit you have in the back.
Is it on my head?
No.
Hector, darling, what do you think?
Well, she's pretty. You know, I really love her face, her hair, but we want to see more of you, you know? Just
Yep.
we want to know more of you. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Scale of 1 to 10, I'll give her a 5. Hector,
Okay.
3.
3. Peter,
3.
Phil.
I'd give her a 4.
Next girl on the list is Miss Honduras, Cecilia Rosel. She's 25. She studied communications and public relations. She's not very active on social media. She only has like 38 posts on her Instagram account.
Yeah.
She speaks English, and her platform is to fight cancer because her mother died of breast cancer a few years ago. Her look, to me, is a typical Latina with dusky skin and long dark hair. But she's not very impactful. She doesn't leave any strong impact on me. So I need to see more of her actually in person or on stage. Hector, what do you think?
I'm on the same way like you, you know, I need to see more of her, you know. I think the national director from Honduras is a Puerto Rican. It's Carlos Hernandez. And I don't know, but I want to see more of her. That's it. It's
Okay.
the only thing I can say.
Peter.
Yeah. I had higher expectations of her as well. She did her degree exactly as myself. I'm a graduate of communications with a major in public relations. So I really had high hopes for this girl. I would love to see more of her. I did see some YouTube clips. She's one of those girls who looks better on video and on stage than photos. I think her photos, some of her photos don't do her justice. I'm not sure at this stage of the game if she's going to make an even bigger impact that will make a difference. But, you know, wish her well. Hopefully she'll compete in other pageants.
Okay. Phil.
Well, I'm on the same boat with you, Rafa and Hector. I wish that she's one of those girls that I wish that there would be more material so that we could assess her more, because her Instagram does not excite me that to a point that it would not lead me to search more on YouTube.
Yes.
You know, but yeah, like she's pretty, and I just wish that come Miss Universe, we're gonna see her with more lively vibe. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Scale of 1 to 10, I'll give her a 4. Hector.
3.
Peter.
4.
Phil.
I'd give her a 3.
Okay. It's funny because we have the lowest score we have given so far is 2.
Yeah, 2.
Okay. Next one is
It's coming.
Yes!
Jamaica.
Jamaica!
Michael Williams. Okay, she pronounces her name is Michael. I interviewed her a month ago.
Yes.
She's 23. I think she has one of those beautiful delegates to come from Jamaica.
Yes.
If not the most beautiful. So during my interview, she struck me as someone articulate, charming, and funny. I mean, she's not very active on her social media, but whatever she puts up there has quite an impact, at least to me. So I just love everything about her. I just love her. And I think she'll definitely be in the top 5. I swear. Hector, what do you think?
I love her. I love her. She have everything. She have everything. I love her. I love her.
Okay. Peter.
I think the Jamaicans are like the Australians to the Caribbean. They've been sending a lot of really strong girls, and I'm so happy that the world is starting to pay attention. They've got the look, they've got the personality, they've got the style, they have the sass. And it's, I think Michael,
Michael.
yeah, she's actually, just rolling the momentum from the Jamaicans is just, stronger and stronger and stronger. I did watch her interview, very, very impressed, but at the same time, it was exactly what I expected. I always thought that her interview would be very strong. She's absolutely a model. She probably kind of reminds me a bit of Canada too, that she probably doesn't even need Miss Universe to be a success, because she's already a success. She's a star. She's a freaking star. So what are you doing here, girl? Come on, give someone else a chance.
Phil, what do you think?
Well, she's the Black Barbie. And
Yes.
Barbie is like a human. She's it. Looking at her Instagram photos, I was excited. She gives me this like, oh girl, I just want to meet you and I want to talk to you vibe. And you know, she's actually her one of her headshots really caught my attention, and that's it. Like boom, I love her. She's gonna be there. I have a feeling.
Yeah,
Over there.
yeah. I think the one thing I also like about her is that she doesn't put on airs. She's not pretentious. She's just so real.
Right.
Just very, and just also very regal. And I think that's one thing that I miss. For a Miss Universe, somebody who has a very regal, disposition. I don't know, but maybe I'm old-fashioned, but I love her. I love her.
You are.
Yes, exactly. 1 to 10, I'll give her a 10. Hector.
10.
Peter.
9.
Phil.
9.
Okay, good. Next, moving on. Miss Mexico, Andrea Mesa.
Ooh.
Andrea's 26. She's 26. She's a software engineer. She speaks fluent English. Very active in social media. Her advocacy is stop street harassment and gender-based violence. She was first runner-up in Miss World 2017, which I thought she should have won. But I guess the universe has bigger and better plans for her.
Wow.
Yeah, wonderful. I love Mexico. Hector.
Well, I like Andrea, but I have this issue with contestant that compete in another pageant and place like second or first runner-up, If I was Andrea, if I was her, I would stay in my house with the title of the first runner-up and the second, Because if you are the first runner-up of Miss World 2017, if you go into Miss Universe, you need to win. You need to put that crown. But she have a lot of competition this year. It's not going to be very easy for her to take the crown. If I was her, I was like 24 hours on the gym. I was 24 hours, like preparing because I was first runner-up in Miss World,
Yes.
I don't know.
Well, different pageants, that was 3 years ago, times change. Different pageant, different luck, different things. Peter, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm with Hector on this one. I think she's incredibly brave for competing in another pageant. So the reality of the situation is you cannot do any worse than first runner-up. So if you came second in an international major pageant, you better come back and bring home this crown. Because I think anything below that could be potentially embarrassing, right? So I am nowhere near as brave as this lady. I think she's a star. I think she looks good. I think she's getting all the right kind of training. Oh, Hector, you're hilarious.
You're a dog, Hector.
That was a mean moment right there.
He doesn't like Andrea. Okay, come on.
Well, stop mentioning her name.
That's the best.
Do you like Andrea? Do you like Andrea?
I do like Andrea.
I do. I
do like Andrea. So does that one.
Phil, what do you think?
Well, Andrea, she's gonna be one of the most talked about contestants this year. I do love her. She is very pretty, and I agree with you. She should have won Miss World. I think that she's brave, But if your desire is, to win Miss Universe, who can stop her?
Right.
My only concern is, we very well know what happened with Ingrid Rivera, and she has
Yes.
potential to pull an Ingrid, because she might come off like as overbaked. Well, right now she is kind of like looking like that to me, you know.
Right.
And one of
Right.
the issues too is like I think her org has been making news in a not so good way either. So that
Yes.
would play a big part on her on her campaign as Miss Universe. But you know, I don't know. She's pretty. She's there, but I'm kind of leaning that she's gonna pull an Ingrid. I just have a feeling.
You know what?
No.
I think no, I don't agree because Ingrid Hector and I know Ingrid misbehaved in Miss
Yes.
Universe. That's why she didn't make the cut. You know,
Mm,
Yeah.
she went to a party the day before she was supposed to meet Paula Sugar, and she was not
mm.
supposed to.
Yes.
Magali Feblas talks about this in her channel, YouTube channel. So
Yes.
go watch
The
it.
difference between Andrea and Ingrid is like that. Ingrid, she don't she have all the good preparation, but she don't use this preparation from Magali, And
Mm.
Andrea is very well prepared to go to Miss Universe,
Yeah.
but in another way, I don't like the last photos of Andrea. The last photos of Andrea, I really don't like. I don't know what happened right now with Lupita or Miss Mexico Universe Organization, but again, if you was the first runner-up of Miss World, you need to came with the best of the best, But let's see,
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Let's rate Andrea. Scale of 1 to 10. I will give her an 8.5. Phil,
8.5 too.
Peter,
8.5.
Hector.
9.
Okay. Not bad at all. Next girl on
Mm.
the list is
Tequila.
huh?
Ah.
Next girl on the list is Nicaragua, Ana Marcelo. Ana is 24. She is an agro-industrial engineer. I don't even know what the hell that means. She
Good
was
for her.
America
What?
2015 agro-industrial engineer.
Agro-industrial?
She was Miss Teen America
Yes.
2015. I just love her personal style. She knows how to dress, and she's quite photogenic. She has a well-toned body, and she looks good in swimsuit. Though I'm not sure if she speaks English. I always try to find someone, who speaks English because English is, I think, if you don't speak English, your chances of placing, I think, diminishes basically. Everybody has to speak English. Wouldn't you agree, Phil? What do you think?
I agree with you with English. Just saying this, like last edition, Miss Korea is stunning, but she doesn't know how to speak English,
Yeah.
and that completely ruined her chances. But going with Miss Nicaragua, she's very pretty, and I don't know, like she reminds me, she's giving me Elliot with two T's vibes on her
Who? What?
Instagram.
Okay. Yep. Okay. Yep. 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 Yep.
Okay.
And the
I
styling
see that.
too. I hope that one day I'll be able to talk with her during the press junket, so I would get to know her more because she excites me.
Okay. Peter.
She was featured at that Fashion Week at Home video, right? I think she was one of the hits with her jacket and her
Right. I saw
blue
that one.
lipstick and all of that. And yeah, you know what? I think she comes across as a lot of fun. She's definitely beautiful. She does come across as very glitzy and very choreographed to me, though, and that left me very cold. I wouldn't go as far as pageant Patty, but yeah, it's quite choreographed and very glitz was what I was getting from her. A very big glitz vibe. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with glitz. I just don't know if it's right for this competition.
Okay. Hector, what do you think?
Well, she's charming, she's beautiful, but for me, like I said before about her, she she have a great opportunity in Miss Universe, but for me, she is so pageant patties a lot of time. You know, she's like,
Okay.
Yeah.
Or smile.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
you know, I
Pageant,
don't want to see a contestant like, you know, I want to see more natural way. You know, she's gorgeous. She have everything. She reminds me a little bit of Xiomara Blandino.
Oh.
You know, the Nicaraguan contestant that she was a semifinalist in Mexico.
Semifinalist. Mm-hmm.
But you know, for me, she's very pageant patty. You know.
Okay. Let's rate her. Scale of 1 to 10. I'll give her a 5. Phil.
5.
Peter.
A 4.
Hector.
5.
Moving on, Miss Panama, Carmen
Yes.
Jaramillo. She's 26. She's one of the most underrated contestants
Correct.
in the Americas.
Yes.
She represented Panama in Miss Earth 2015, but she did not place. She studies journalism and psychology. She's very active in social media, and I love her chiseled face and high cheekbones
Yes.
and
Yeah.
long legs. And she's very fashionable, and I love her catalog. So I like her. Hector.
Well, I have a history with her. You know, I was a judge in Miss Universe Panama in 2011, and she was one of the contestants. And everybody was falling in love with her, but it was not her time. You know, it was the winner was Jomatsi Hasselwood. And when Cesar Anel, the national director of Miss Universe Panama, appointed her as Miss Universe Panama, I was very happy, and I'm very happy. Carmen is a very strong delegate. She's very intelligent. She's smart. She's beautiful. She have a great body. She is very disciplined. You know, she's very constant. She's a very hard worker. And I see her as a semifinalist. I'm not sure if I'm going to see her on the top 10 or the top 5, but she has everything to impress the judges on the interview and on the preliminary night. She has everything.
Okay. Peter.
Look, I love her. I think she's absolutely beautiful. I think she should wear her hair up more often. And you know what? The fact that she didn't even place in Miss Earth makes her makes me love her even more. I think this is probably going to be a good opportunity for her to shine and make an impact. So I agree with Hector. I think she could possibly get in there to the semifinals. I don't know if it's a finalist position. She could surprise us, but I'm hoping for her. But my fingers crossed.
Okay. Phil.
She's very charming. You know, I like her profile. I like what I see on her Instagram. Only concern is she's gonna start the P group, and the P group is a strong group always.
Yes.
I don't know
of
if
course.
if she can get some attention, because we got Peru, we got Puerto Rico, we got Philippines.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I wish her the best, and she has the right tool. She has the face, she has the body, she has the attitude. You know, I just hope that she kicks it like and come Miss Universe time, because we really need that kind of like charming beauty these days.
Yep.
You know. Mhm.
Yes.
Okay. Scale of 1 to 10. I will give her a 7.5. Hector.
8.
Peter.
8.
Phil.
Ocho.
Hey.
All right.
Hey.
Next girl on the list, Miss Peru, Janique Maceta. She's 26. She was third runner-up.
What happened with Paraguay?
I'm sorry. All right. Back up. Sorry. Miss Paraguay.
Funny you should say that, Phil.
Yes,
What
yeah.
is up with
27.
Paraguay?
Paraguay. She's 27. I read that she arrived at the national pageant a day or 2 before the
Correct.
Of course,
24
because
hours
but
before the
missed the
finals.
rehearsals. Yet she was crowned the winner over the front runner and much prettier Gabriela Benitez, who placed second. People were shocked. I was stunned. I saw the video. She's not very active in social media. I mean, she only has like 27 posts, just like her age, 27. She's one of just the least impactful delegates from the region. I mean, she looks old and her styling is just really, really bad. So, Hector, what do you think?
Well, first of all, she was not supposed to be the winner. She was
Mhm.
not
I heard that
supposed to be the
I heard
winner.
that her family bought the
You
crown.
know, first of all,
Yeah.
she arrived the day before and she take the crown. Come on, Gloria Limpias. Come on, please. Please. You know, Gabriela, I hope so that Gabriela compete again and go to Miss Universe. I prefer to see Stephanie Steckman as Miss Universe Paraguay, you know, Miss
Yes.
International.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
This is another topic. This is another program, you know, but
Yes, that's true. That's
this
true.
girl from Paraguay, sorry what I'm going to say, but it's a big, big shame for all the beauty contestant and the pageant contestant in Paraguay. What happened in Miss Universe Paraguay was a big shame for everybody. That's the only thing I need to say. Thank you.
Money talks. Peter.
Well, look, I'm going to add to what Hector is saying, and I'm going to throw something out there, especially for the QAnon fans. What if Gabriela's being saved for next year?
No, she better comes up with $1 million.
Mhm.
No, what if Gabriela's been like, oh, you know what? We're going to save you for next year because it's COVID. We're probably not going to have the most, that kind of competition this year. So we're going to save you for next year. I'm hoping that's the case. Otherwise, I'm with you, Hector. I think whatever happened in Paraguay was a farce. I think it's a huge fiasco. I think it's made a mockery of what we do and of the industry. And it's an absolute shame. So I'm hoping, and it's probably a very faded, very fake hope that would be the case if they were saving Gabriela for something. I'm hoping that Gabriela does compete again because she was fantastic. She was amazing, and I have absolutely zero. How do I say this? I cannot look or hear about Paragon without rolling my eyes.
Fair enough. Phil.
Mhm. Yes, they missed a chance of performing great with Stefania Stegman. That's all I can say. But moving on, Miss Paraguay, in fairness, from her crowning photos to her most latest photo, there's improvement, but it's still not there. Um, I also agree that the whole Paraguay pageant was a bad fiasco. And I don't know. I'm just speechless with what happened. But yeah, I just wish that Paraguay would send us more of a Yanina Gonzalez and those
Right.
Lourdes Arevalos.
Yeah.
Because
I agree.
that's what
The
really
golden era.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
The
think
gold-
Vanessa Castro is pretty, but I think she'll do better in International Queen of Bananas. Okay, let's rate her. Scale of 1 to 10. I will give her a 3. Hector.
1.
Peter.
Out of principle 1.
Okay.
Phil.
I would give her 3 because I saw improvement from her crowning to the latest photos.
Okay, fair enough. Moving on.
Didn't I tell you the one was coming?
Peru. Janika Placeta. Peru is 26. She was third runner-up at Miss Supranational 2019 and first runner-up at Miss Tourism World 2018. She has the most beautiful face, I think, of all the Latinas this year. That's all I can say. Wouldn't you agree, Hector?
I love her. I love Janik Maceta. I love her name. I love everything about her. My only concern with her is this. When she used the long hair, I don't like her. When she pulled the hair up and to the back, I really love her. For me, she needs to use the hair more up and more to the back, But she have everything. She's beautiful, she's charming, she's intelligent, she's eloquent, she's very approachable in social media. If you send a message to her, she answer very fast. She's very cool. I love her.
Peter.
She's cool. I agree. She's cool. That's the vibe that I get from her. She is a model. She is the true essence of what a model is. She is so versatile, and you can, that's one of the reasons why she did so well in Supranational. Her her photos are amazing. I think she's a really strong contender for photogenic.
Okay, good. Phil.
Yep.
Oh, she's the strongest candidate for me coming from the Americas.
Really?
Like that face, oh my God, she's really pretty. She gives me this Catriona vibe, like her coolness, the way she presents herself. I
Okay.
I wish that she would continue that, come Miss Universe.
Okay.
Good job, Miss Peru.
Good job.
Scale of 1 to
Yeah.
10. I will give Peru a 9. Hector.
Ooh,
9.
Peter.
8.5.
Phil.
9.5.
Okay.
Whoa.
Not bad at all.
Janik, we love you, Janik.
We love you, Miss Peru.
Moving on, Miss Puerto Rico. Estefania Soto.
Woo.
Estefania is 28, one of the oldest girls. She's a professional model. She was first runner-up at Miss Universe Puerto Rico 2019. She's multilingual, speaks fluent English, Spanish, and French. Has a master's degree in intercultural mediation from a Belgian university. Her advocacy is cultural exchange and diplomacy. She's statuesque, and she expresses herself very, very well. But my only critique is that her look is not consistent, as sometimes she looks very mature in some of her photos.
Right.
Other than that, I think
Yep.
she's very good. Hector, what do you think?
Well, I love Stefania, that like you said, she was the first runner-up. But I'm very happy that we have a very well-prepared contestant in years. We have a lot of beautiful girls like Madison, Kiara, everybody, but in terms of the preparation, in terms of the intelligence, in terms of how she managed all the press and the cameras and everything, she's 100% well prepared. I'm agree with you. Sometimes she looks very mature. This is the only critique that I have. But I'm very sure that she's going to Miami or Las Vegas and she's going to impress the judges. She have a very nice and a very great team in Puerto Rico. And, I don't have the opportunity to meet her. I never meet her. We live like 20 minutes, but she's very nice. She's very cool. She's very down to earth girl,
Okay. Phil, what do you think?
Oh, Miss Puerto Rico. She's pretty, but I think that her peak, like the most beautiful that I've seen her was during her pageant, when she competed with Madison. Will she go farther than Madison? That depends on the location of the pageant. If the
Okay.
pageant will be held in Vegas, well, we're kind of like that. But if that would be held in Miami, she's gonna get the support,
Of
100%.
course.
She knows how to talk, and we already know that she's gonna bring it on her opening statement. She is ready. She is hungry, and
Yep.
she's out there like ready to win the crown.
1 minute, she reminds me a little bit of Gabriela Isler,
Oh.
of the first runner-up in Miss Universe when Lara Duta won. This kind of woman,
Claudia
she's,
Moreno
she's
from Venezuela.
she reminds me a lot of Sonia Stegi when Sonia
Mhm.
Stegi was in the Philippines. She have this kind of aura, very elegant,
Well,
very
she reminds
sophisticated.
She reminds me of Dayanara Torres, and in looking on her Instagram, I'm confused.
She
Is she
does, a little
Dayanara
bit,
or is she
yeah.
Katy Perry?
Mm.
You know?
Yeah, a little bit. Peter.
But yeah,
Yeah.
Puerto Rico is one of those girls to watch out for.
Hmm.
Definitely. Mhm.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Peter.
Yeah.
Peter, darling, what do you think?
Well, look, yeah, I think she's got big shoes to fill with what Madison actually managed to achieve last year. I think she's got no other option but to go to Miss Universe and win. I'm with you, Phil. She kind of gives me some Dayanara vibes as well, looking at her Instagram stuff. Yeah, I always have high expectations for Puerto Rico every year, and I am not disappointed. I've never been disappointed. So as far as I'm concerned, Puerto Rico's always been up there in the top for me anyway. Let's see what they bring. And you know, like I said, you can't really do any worse than first runner-up. So I hope she brings it.
Okay. All right. Scale of 1 to 10, I will give Puerto Rico 7.5. Phil,
I would give her a 9.
Hector,
Wow.
9.
Peter.
8.5.
I love it.
Mm.
Next girl, Uruguay, Lola de los Santos. Lola is
I love the name.
Yes.
I love the name.
Lola de los
Yes.
Santos.
Love the name.
Lola, whatever Lola gets, whatever Lola wants, Lola gets. Lola is a student of human resources and a freelance model. She has several pageant titles under her belt, including World Top Model Uruguay 2017 and Miss United Continents Uruguay 2018. And she is a proud member of the LGBTQ community. Now, she's 23. I know she's 23, but she kind of looks, she registers somebody older in most of her photos. And I haven't seen her walk, how she walks, how she speaks, really. So I really don't have a lot of opinion about her.
Okay.
Bill, what do you think?
She's all right. I mean, I compared her like to the last representative that I have, and I think that I like her more than the last one. That's all I can say.
Okay. Peter.
Mhm.
Yeah, you know what? I actually really do like her. I think I fell in love with her during the swimsuit competition when they were all walking down the runway wearing, you know, carrying puppies.
Yeah.
So I really love that. She stands out because of her advocacy and what she stands for, and you know the fact that she's like, oh yeah, I'm a lesbian. I was like, yes. Are they going to use that for PR? Absolutely, they will. Is she going to make it to the semifinals or the finals? Probably not. Are they going to give her her own solo runway? Maybe. But you know what? Anybody who gets up there, who celebrates who they are and the fact that they're unique and will stand for something that is not, you know, cookie cutter, I will give you my support 100%. So you go out there on stage, girl. You dedicate it to your girlfriend. I am with you.
Beautiful speech, Peter.
Mm.
Thanks. I see you, Rafa.
Hector, darling, what do you
Well, I think she's funny.
She's funny?
Yeah.
All right.
Next.
Scale of 1 to 10. Hector, what do you give her?
2.
Peter.
I'm going to give her a 7.
Okay.
All right. Phil.
5.
Okay, I'll give her a 4. Next one, Miss USA. Miss USA is
Right.
French, is 22. She was
Asian,
actually
yeah.
my favorite at Miss USA 2020. I mean, she has a beautiful face, great smile, charming personality,
Yes.
very eloquent, very active in social media. Her advocacy is reforming the criminal justice system. She has faced criticism for her conservative political beliefs, believe it or not, and her support for former President Trump. Despite being 22, she still kind of projects this teeny bopper teenager look, which may hurt her chances in the competition. But other than that, I love her. I really do. So, what do you think?
I could already hear Luciera saying the same thing that she said about Kiara, that she exudes this like teenage vibe. Same problem with last year's Miss Iceland. You know,
Yes.
they're all pretty, you know, but they seem to be like teensy wincy. With Miss USA, I love her advocacy. Definitely, we really need a criminal justice reform. I work for the Superior Court, so I know how it is. But yeah, do I see her as a top favorite? No, but I could definitely see her entering the wild card.
Okay, good
Mm.
enough. Peter.
You know what? It's really funny because I found it really difficult to watch Asia's videos. And hello, are you there?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt it. Yeah, I found it very difficult to go through her photos, to go through interviews, to go through the clips, because all I could see was Chelsea. I was getting a Chelsea Smith vibe from Asia, and that's actually a really big compliment. Yes, I do. We don't always have the same political viewpoints, but I do love her. I do love her. But there was a little bit of a lump in my throat seeing her on stage and watching her perform, because it was like seeing a very young Chelsea on stage.
Okay, wonderful. Hector.
Well, I really like her. You know, she's Miss USA. She was not my favorite. It was the first runner-up, but of course she's going to be on the top 20. Of course, of course.
Scale of 1 to 10, I will give a Miss USA an 8 for now. I need to see more of her. Phil.
8.5.
Okay, Peter.
An 8.
Hector.
8.5.
Okay, not bad at all. Next one on the list apparently has not been selected, Miss US Virgin Islands. So we don't have any opinion about her because she doesn't exist.
Okay.
She hasn't been chosen. Okay, okay. Moving on. Miss Venezuela is the last girl from this region. Maria Angel Yasmil, she's 24. Maria Angel, she was not my favorite from Miss Venezuela, I have to be honest, and I was sort of shocked when she won, as you know, there were much prettier contestants. Facial-wise, she looks ordinary to me. I mean, even though she has a nice voice when she speaks Spanish, I have no idea if she speaks English at all, but she does have a great catwalk and a great body, like virtually every Venezuelan beauty queen. So, my impression. Hector, what do you think?
Well, I think she's okay. I really like her. You know, her last photos and her last posts are very beautiful. But you need to be very sure that she's going to arrive and she's going to be on the top 22, because she have this kind of aristocracy aura. You know, she's like royal. You know, she looks like
the Barbie doll, isn't she?
No, she looks like a princess. You know.
Yeah.
But I see her on the top 20. I see her on the top 20.
Okay.
Maybe on the wild card. Maybe.
Phil, Mr. Phil.
I really like when Hector mentioned royal aura, because I always thought that those are like what Venezuelans are in pageant. Like when you see them, they're royalty, they're glamazon. You're going to be amazed, starstruck. But with her, I don't know, like she's giving me a Mariam Habak vibe. She I think that
No
she's one of
way.
the weaker Miss Venezuela. I'm not so sure if I see her in the top 20, but I'm pretty sure that she would fight. Given, you know, Gabriela Isla, like she knows how to train. But yeah, like I don't know, like I would say of all the Miss Venezuelans in recent years, she's the one that is least interesting to me. But I'm more than welcome. That I'm really want to see her in the come to pageant night and see what she has to offer.
Okay, good. Peter, what do you think?
I have never liked a single Miss Venezuela prior to arriving in the international competition. So I'll put it out there. It's very difficult for me to judge and to rate Miss Venezuela, because I don't really look at them until they get to the international competition. Their national competitions always leave me cold. And prior to leaving Venezuela, I look at them and I was like, oh man, what's going on? And then they end up at the international competition, boom, something happens. It becomes a universal kind of styling, and they've changed their program and they've upped it so that the Americans, the Asians, the Europeans love her. So I'm looking forward to what she looks like when she gets to the international competition. But prior to that, while they're in Venezuela, I'm like, yeah, whatever, I don't really rate them.
Well, one thing I admire about Venezuelan beauty queens is that they always come prepared and they're very consistent. Their preparation is always, and they're so incredibly warm and very approachable. I've never met a Venezuelan beauty queen who is aloof or unapproachable. They're also warm and friendly.
Mhm.
So that's why a lot of
Yeah.
people love them. They really do.
Yeah.
All right, scale of 1 to 10, I would give Venezuela a 6.5. Hector,
7.
7. Phil,
7.
7. Okay. Peter,
3, but it will probably change to an 8 when I see her internationally.
okay. I appreciate your honesty. Okay. All right. I think that pretty much wraps it up. I mean, we have given
Mhm.
our
Wow, that was huge.
That was long.
yeah, we're almost like
Hours.
now. Yeah. Well, we're talking about like what 29 girls from this
Yes.
Mhm.
alone. So
And it's a very
hopefully-
competitive region too.
yeah. So
Yeah.
hopefully, the next region we'll talk about Europe and Africa will be much shorter. And
Yes.
yeah.
No,
So
it's not. There's
okay.
so many.
So are we ready to reveal our top 5? Each one.
I don't have the paper.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't have the paper.
You,
I have a blank.
you're just gonna bleed out your favorites. That's fine.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think because of the virtual background, when you show up something on the screen, it doesn't look good.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna reveal, but I'm gonna try anyway. So go ahead, Hector. You start. Your top 5, please, from this region, the Americas and the Caribbean. Go.
Okay. I'm going to start. My top 5 is Jamaica,
Woohoo!
Woo-hoo.
Peru,
Woohoo!
Mhm.
Colombia,
Yeah.
Brazil,
Yep.
Ooh.
Uh-huh.
and Puerto Rico.
All right.
Wow.
Good choices. All right,
Wow.
Phil, Mr. Phil.
Mm. My top 5 in alphabetical order: Brazil,
Hey.
and then Chile,
Okay.
followed by Jamaica, and
Okay.
of course Peru,
Yep.
and last but not the least Puerto Rico.
Okay.
Okay.
Good. Peter, darling.
Ah, God, I hate this list. um, but who do I have? And this will probably change. So I've got Canada. I have Jamaica, Chile, Brazil, and Mexico.
Okay. Good. Good. Okay.
How about you,
mine.
Rafa?
Okay. In random order, I have Jamaica.
Ooh.
Yep.
Okay. Mexico,
Okay.
Mm.
Barbados, because I interviewed her and she's fabulous.
Okay.
Canada,
Mm.
Okay.
you and I agree, and Peru.
Nice.
So it seems
Okay.
like Jamaica
Yeah.
and Peru are on everybody's list.
Yes.
Okay.
Jamaica is
So-
and everyone in Peru.
And
Mhm.
Peru, yes. So Jamaica and Peru
Yes.
are on everybody's list, so that's good.
Mhm.
So okay, so we all agree on at least on those 2 countries. Wow, amazing! Listen, my
Interesting.
lovely critical beauty friends, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
engaging in this wonderful, amazing discussion. And we will resume our discussion on March 6th, which is be March 7 in Australia, in Peter's time zone. And we will be talking about the candidates from Europe and Africa. So that should be very, very interesting. And of course, nothing is guaranteed. You know, our lists, our favorites may change as
Yep.
the pageant approaches. And some of these girls on our list may drop off our list, and some who are
Yep.
not on the list may be included in our unit.
Mhm.
So you
Yes.
never know. Okay. So thank you, Critical Beauty fans from all over the world. Have a wonderful weekend. Have a wonderful week ahead. And we thank you for your patronage. And hopefully you'll, we'll get to meet each other soon in person. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Hector. Thank you, Phil.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a
Thank
good night.
you.
Virtual hug. Kisses.
Always a pleasure.
All right.
Mhm.
Always.
All right. So
Always.
next time,
Always
It'll be-
is a pleasure. Always.
bigger blast.
Ooh, the crown.
Ooh, wait a minute. I have a
And
crown.
I'm wearing my Miss International crown.
I have.
And I'm going to use like this.
Quick.
I'm going to use like this when
Oh,
I'm
come
going
on,
to
Phil.
arrive
Where's
in
your
Miami.
How
crown,
do you do
baby?
this? I don't have a crown. I didn't get the memo.
We going to Miami, and then we're going to have a night with Magali outside. We're going to have some drinks with Magali.
Oh
Oh,
my
that
God,
would be
Magali is so
wonderful.
fun. I love her.
Magali, we love you, Magali. No matter
Yeah.
what, we love you.
Mhm.
Oh God.
I can't wait. Yeah. Oh my God. I hope Peter can come.
Maybe.
Yes.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bye.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Take care, people.
Bye,
Take care.
Peter. Bye,
Bye.
Phil. Bye,
Bye,
Rafa.
Hector, bye, Phil.
Bye,
Bye, Rafa.
Peter. Bye,
Bye, guys.
Rafa. We're still